You can still get brand new, genuine Nismo parts. I did not think that was a thing, but apparently you can. So I've now got Nismo gearbox mounts and a Nismo transmission mount. I bought these hoping to fix a problem that I have with the Skyline, where when you change gears or you sort of like snap on and off the throttle, there's quite a loud thud underneath the car. I had a look at it this morning. It's coming from the diff, so the diff mounts are pretty blown out. They are raggedy. Either way, I was going to be replacing these, specifically with these ones anyway, because I was like, if there's any Nismo parts that I can get to chuck on this thing, then like, I'm gonna do that. But gearbox mounts, engine mounts, pretty straightforward and easy thing to do. So you can do this with a pretty standard socket set. Then obviously you're gonna have your car jacked up so you can actually get under there. Chuck something underneath the car as well, so you're not just relying on the jack stands. There's been some horror stories lately of jack stands failing or people being idiots and only using the jack. So this is the cross member we have to undo. So there's 2 bolts on each side. Also, we're going to chuck a jack under here just to take the weight of the transmission. Then 2 bolts here, 2 bolts there. That drops that out, and then we can get up to the last 2 bolts on either side for the actual gearbox mount. So we got 12s for here, so 12 mils here, 14s on the outside, and then it's probably 14s, looks like 14s that go into the transmission as well. These are not in great condition either. I need to order new bushers for there. This is an epoxy enamel, so it's like a bit of a rust converter as well, or rust treatment. It seals everything up. I've used this stuff on a lot of other sort of suspension components before. I had a black one. I think I just didn't really look when I bought this one and realized it was a silver, but that's what we're putting it in. The can says to give it about a minute to dry in between coats. We're going to do we'll go 3 coats. 3 coats on it, and then I gotta wait for my bushes anyway. So with Subarus, the WRX versus the STI, the Group N engine mounts, you can tell there's a very clear difference between sort of the amount of rubber that sort of puts the 2 pieces together, or the 2 pieces of metal together. The WRXs, there's a lot less rubber around there, makes them a bit more softer, a bit more compliant, versus the Group N ones, it's like filled with rubber. And I'm not sure if it's a different type of rubber as well, if it's a hardened rubber or not. These 2 look pretty much identical. There's no sort of extra fillings or anything in them. I'm not sure if the rubbers themselves is different. Doesn't really seem to be any markings that sort of tell me that these are 2 different mounts. You can sort of see the side-by-side difference. Just this one sort of collapsing in on itself a little bit. Just, I guess, over time it starts to sag. So this will also sort of, I guess, fix the alignment of the transmission as well. And this one, like, I can sort of feel the give just by pressing on it with my hand. This one, pretty stiff, doesn't have any give on it. There are definitely torque specs for all of this. I've managed to find the ones for the GTR, but not for the R32 GTR. I found it for like the 34 or something, and it's got like a different carrier system here, at least by the photos it had. So I'm just gonna snug everything for now and then keep trying to find some proper specs somewhere. That can now take the weight of the gearbox. It's the Huntsmans that love Subarus, seeing as I've had 2 of them, 3 of them. The redbacks are the ones that like the Skyline. I've had 2 of them now underneath it. Well, not on the car. They're just on the jack stands that I'm putting underneath the car, which is even more concerning because I'm full just blindly grabbing the jack stands, and at least they stay still. They don't freak out and go bolting like the old Huntsmans do. So as long as she stays there, then we won't have any dramas. So I'm going to start off with doing the left-hand mount first, just because this is the one that's the hardest to actually get to. The one on the right side, there's pretty much nothing in the way, but all this sort of needs to come out so I can actually access it. This right hand side one, so easy to get to. All we got to do is move that out of the way slightly. It's going to be very awkward for me to fit the camera under here while I work on it. I thought this was going to be a pain in the butt to get to, but the socket just fits straight up through the grooves and gets right onto the bolt there. I just need to get a longer extension because that isn't going to give me the wiggle room I need. The trouble is I'm jacking the engine up. I'm starting to crush this stuff back here, which I'd rather not do. So I think I might end up having to buzz that arm off. Well, that wasn't meant to happen. Something somewhere. Why did it just try and rev to the moon? So because the engine now sits up just that fraction higher, because they're brand new mounts, the problem is it's putting more tension on the throttle cable, so it means the throttle is being kept open. So it's got these two little it's got this washer. My camera's having a hard time trying to focus on this. It's got this washer, but then it's got like this other little rubber grommet. If I remove that rubber grommet, that should give just that little extra for the cable to let the throttle body stay closed. Outside of that little mishap at the end where we started revving to the moon, relatively easy job. A little bit finicky, we're trying to get the actual mount out and in. You sort of got to take off that second bracket, the second mount. But that is some Nismo mounts in. That's sort of that front end's done. There's not much else I really need to do to it. Doesn't fix the thudding problem that I've been having, which is the diff. But I need a lot more time to be able to do that one, because that whole thing is going to come out, replace all the bushes. I got the sandblaster set up and ready to go. So blast all of the arms, give them some fresh paint. And then really the only other thing left to do with this is like replace the clutch, because that stinks and burns up a storm in like first and second gear. But clean up and get ready for work again.